Being a receiver and you only catch the ones that you're supposed to catch, and that's it, does not validate you as a good receiver.
It's facts.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
The good receivers, hell, the great receivers are the ones that say, man, how in the world did he catch that? And still caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all on the sideline arguing to what seems to be a discussion about whose fault it was.
Yeah, because it seemed like he overthrew Jerry Jeudy.
In that
Jerry
dynamic,
Jeudy went running.
In that dynamic, Jerry Jeudy, what I would tell you is, hey, bro, this ain't the time and the place. Cool. Hey, what would you expect me to do?
Mm-hmm.
Because the eyes are on you.
Facts.
Matter of fact, the eyes is on Shedeur.
What you standing next to.
Hello.
You know.
You done caught us straight.
Facts.
We was trying to shoot Peggy.
Come on.
Ended up hitting Jimbo.
Nah.
Huh?
I'm
You ain't gonna hit me because I don't stand next to suckers.
Gonna knock that cap off. Yeah, they done hit him. Down goes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about the dynamic is like, yo, bro, just the week before, you was the same dude.
You know, fumbling the stomach, trying to do N1 mixtape crossovers.
See, that's where the who comes back into place.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, as a veteran receiver, right? Mm-hmm. Whether you want to give the credit to you being a leader or not.
Free game. Fans were losing their minds after Cam Newton dropped a bomb nobody saw coming. He straight up said he wants Shedeur Sanders out of Cleveland. Yeah, you heard that right. After that heated clash with Jerry Jeudy, everyone assumed Shedeur was to blame. But nah, that's not the case. He kept his cool while chaos exploded all around him, showing more maturity than most veterans ever do. Cam's words hit different because he wasn't just stirring the pot. He was exposing what's really wrong. He basically said the drama wasn't about the fight itself. It was about who keeps causing it.
This happens more than people give it credit for.
You're correct.
I don't think it's the what that's happening or it's the how it's happening. It's the who
It's real.
it's happening to.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say it like this, Jerry Jeudy.
And let's be honest, Judy has no business acting like he's above anybody. He's out here talking tough, flexing for cameras, but when it's time to make plays, he disappears. That's not leadership, that's ego. What makes it worse is that Judy tried to drag Shedeur into his nonsense, but Shedeur didn't bite. He stayed calm, focused, and kept his respect intact, while Judy was too busy trying to look like the big man. That's the kind of energy that poisons a locker room, and Cam, whether he meant to or not, just exposed that whole vibe in public. Then Cam flipped the conversation, going deeper, asking what everyone's been thinking. How much of this mess is really on Shedeur, and how much is on head coach Kevin Stefanski? Because let's be real, the blame tilts hard towards Stefanski. Shedeur's a rookie out here doing everything right, showing up early, studying film, keeping his head down, and delivering when he's got a chance. But how's he supposed to shine when the coach keeps handing him scrambled play calls, chaotic game plans, and no real protection? Stefanski keeps setting him up in impossible situations, then standing back like it's all on the kid. That's not accountability. That's a setup. Instead of fixing the broken system, he lets the noise pile up around a young quarterback who's actually exceeding expectations. That's not on Shedeur. That's on the coaching staff, plain and simple. So when Cam said young quarterbacks should defer in certain moments, what he really meant was clear. Don't let bad coaching and loud teammates drag you down. Cam's absolutely right. Shedeur isn't the problem. He's the one surviving the storm. While everything around him spins out of control, he's the only one holding it together. Stefanski keeps overcomplicating the job, piling on pressure and calling plays that make no sense. And Judy, he's out here adding drama instead of production, acting like a reality star instead of a professional. Yet through all that noise, Shedeur stays composed, respectful, and laser-focused. That alone shows who the real grown man is in this whole mess. Cam Newton dropped a hard truth Judy didn't want to face, and it hit deep. Judy has no right to question a young quarterback who's depending on him to just do his part. Shedeur's out there trying to lead, trying to win, trying to trust his teammates. But how can you trust someone who refuses to be accountable? When your QB tells you to step up, that's not disrespect, that's leadership. But Jeudy doesn't want to be led. He'd rather argue, pout, or blame the throw instead of admitting he didn't give full effort.
Jerry Jeudy, you're not in no way, shape, form in the position, and I'm gonna just keep it above.
Yeah.
You're not in a position to question another quarterback that is young and is expecting the best, the most out of you. And if he's challenging you to do that, don't push back. Mm-hmm. Do not make matters worse, especially in a game like this where, hey, at that particular point, I do believe that they were down, or they're trying to find a way to win. We're not arguing about if you was running or not, or you saying that it was a bad throw or not. See, the thing about the receiver position that I always have to remind people, what makes a great receiver is the ability to normalize difficult catches. You catch the ones.
That's ego, not confidence. In tight games where every inch matters, Jeudy chose pride over performance. That's the kind of selfish behavior that breaks locker rooms apart, kills chemistry, and drains momentum. While Shedeur's out there trying to pull the team together, Judy's busy tearing it down one tantrum at a time. It's a bad look, and Cam wasn't afraid to call it out. Cam also hit on something real, the difference between average receivers and great ones. The greats make hard catches look routine. They don't whine about the pass not being perfect. They adjust. They fight for every ball. They protect their quarterback, and they make the team look stronger. That's how legends are made. Jeudy, on the other hand, wants it all easy. Clean passes, perfect spirals, and highlight moments handed to him. But football doesn't work that way. Shedeur shouldn't be criticized for demanding more. That's literally his job as a leader. The real issue is Jeudy refusing to match that same energy. Instead of rising with his quarterback, he's dragging his feet. And when things fall apart, he's the first to point fingers. What kind of teammate is that? Cam Newton is flat out schooling Jerry Jeudy right now. He's spelling out exactly what Jeudy refuses to get. Catching only the easy passes doesn't make you elite. Real receivers earn their stripes by making the impossible look routine. They fight for every catch, twist midair, take hits, and still save their quarterback when the play breaks down. But instead of being that guy, Judy's on the sidelines arguing about who's to blame, like some rookie who can't handle criticism. It's embarrassing, and the timing couldn't be worse. The Browns are struggling. The pressure is sky high, and every headline is already waiting to drag Shedeur for the smallest mistake. So what does Jeudy do? Instead of calming the storm, he throws gas on it. While Shedeur's got cameras in his face and critics breathing down his neck, Jeudy decides that's the perfect moment to start drama. That's not leadership, that's pure selfishness. Cam's not just talking trash, he's exposing something deeper. Jeudy keeps pretending to be a veteran, but he doesn't act like one. Just last week, the guy was fumbling, missing assignments, and trying too hard to play hero instead of sticking to the game plan. Yet somehow, he feels entitled to question a young quarterback who's actually doing his job. It's wild. Shedeur depends on him, trusts him, and just wants his teammate to show up when it counts.
But how much of this is Coach Stefanski in those situations?
Well, I'll say this. Free game.
But Jeudy keeps letting ego run the show. Any true professional would take a breath, quiet the noise, and stand beside their quarterback. That's what winners do. But Jeudy, he's too busy chasing attention, making excuses, and throwing fits instead of catches. The truth is simple. Shedeur could build chemistry with any receiver who actually wants to work. Gabriel, Flacco, Zappe, doesn't matter. Because real receivers know how to lift up their quarterback, not drag him down. Cam's message hits hard because he's been there. He knows what it's like to be a young quarterback battling bad situations. And he's right. The Browns should have realized this from day one. You can't develop a rookie by blaming him for every mistake or surrounding him with players who care more about their image than the team. A talent like Shedeur Sanders deserves stability, trust, and real teammates who have his back. Otherwise, the Browns aren't just wasting games. They're wasting a generational quarterback. Shedeur Sanders deserves the same solid shot that young quarterbacks like Dylan Gabriel are getting. But instead, Cleveland keeps playing games with his future, giving him week-to-week uncertainty like they're afraid to commit. That kind of inconsistency doesn't build a quarterback, it breaks one. And the only reason Shedeur is still standing tall is because his mental toughness is on another level. He's outlasting the chaos around him through pure willpower. He's showing a maturity that the coaching staff clearly hasn't matched. And Cam Newton didn't hold back. He hit the hardest truth of all. The Browns' offense isn't struggling because of Shedeur. It's struggling because of bad management and clueless coaching. The roster is thin, the playmakers aren't stepping up, and Stefanski keeps dialing up plays that set Shedeur up to fail instead of shine. It's wild how they keep making him fight uphill every week. Cam basically called out what fans have been seeing all season. The team refuses to admit the real problem. Shedeur can't thrive without help, and right now, he's getting the exact opposite. Stefanski keeps pretending like Shedeur should magically fix a broken system on his own, but the truth is that the system itself is what's holding him back. Cleveland's near the bottom of the league in offensive production, and that didn't happen by accident. It happened because Stefanski and the front office built a soft unit and expected a rookie to save it. That's not fair. Shedeur deserves better than being the bandage for a sinking offense. Cam also gave Shedeur the kind of credit that actually means something. He pointed out how Shedeur's doing what veteran quarterbacks struggle with, protecting the football, staying composed, and making smart plays under pressure. That's maturity in action. He didn't panic, didn't force dumb throws, and didn't let the chaos throw him off his rhythm. That's rare for a rookie. Most young QBs crumble when things get ugly, but not Shedeur. He showed discipline, patience, and pure control, the traits of a true leader who understands the game and respects the moment. That's something you can't teach in a classroom or a playbook. That's natural poise, built through grit and experience. Cam even said it plain. Shedeur's growth isn't going to come from endless meetings or film sessions. It's going to come from real games. Because when you put him on the field and let him lead, he proves again and again that he's got everything it takes to be the future of this franchise. Cam's message cuts deep, and it's exactly what Cleveland needs to hear. He's saying the Browns can't keep wasting Shedeur's talent behind weak coaching, half-hearted teammates, and lazy play calling.
As a young player, Shedeur is owed, just like Dylan Gabriel is owed, the opportunity to showcase what they're capable of doing. With that being said, I do believe in equality. I do believe that, hey, what you give one, you must give other. But it's not a must. It's best that you do. Now, the argument is, do you have Shedeur still have the week-to-week basis starter, or do you just say, hey, for the rest of the season, Shedeur Sanders is going to be our starter? I think you still play it week to week.
Okay.
But with the knowing of, hey, we got to identify what Shedeur Sanders can really be with the right help. We all know that skillfully, the Cleveland Browns rank at the bottom of the NFL.
It's true.
And it's not by choice, it's by force. Because of
every week, Shedeur is proving he's not just surviving, he's carrying that team on his back. And somehow, he's still the one getting questioned instead of the people putting him in bad positions. It's backwards. You can tell Cam's frustrated because he's been there. He knows what it's like to be a young quarterback fighting for respect while everyone around you is doing the bare minimum. And now he's watching Shedeur go through the same struggle, staying calm while everything around him falls apart. Cam's words hit harder because they come from experience, not opinion. He's not just protecting Shedeur, he's warning Cleveland before it's too late. If the Browns don't wake up soon, they're gonna lose the best thing they've had in years. You can't expect loyalty from a player who's being used as a scapegoat for other people's failures. Shedeur's already proven he's got the heart, the discipline, and the poise to be that guy. But if the franchise doesn't protect him, some other team will. And when that happens, Cleveland's gonna regret ever doubting him. The real fans see it. The league sees it. Even Cam Newton sees it. The question now is, when will the Browns finally admit it? Because if Shedeur keeps playing with this kind of fire, the conversation won't be about whether he should stay in Cleveland. It'll be about how Cleveland let him slip away. The truth is loud now. Shedeur's not the problem, he's the solution. Every game shows it more clearly. While others fold under pressure, he keeps rising, keeps delivering, and keeps proving that his calm isn't weakness. It's strength. You can see it in his body language, in how he commands the field even when the odds are stacked against him. That's real leadership, and Cam Newton recognized it instantly. Cam didn't come out swinging for no reason. He saw something in Shedeur that most people overlook. A young quarterback who refuses to make excuses, who plays with heart even when everything around him feels broken. That kind of mentality separates the good from the great. And what's wild is that Shedeur's doing all this while still being forced to clean up the messes made by others, bad play calls, poor protection, unreliable receivers. He's dealing with all of it and still finding ways to compete. That's next level toughness. At this point, the Browns should stop pretending they're developing Shedeur and start building around him, because this man is the future. He's got the poise of a vet, the focus of a champion, and the patience of someone who knows his time is coming. But if Cleveland keeps dragging their feet, that window's gonna close fast. Other teams are already watching. They see the potential, they see the hunger, and they'd love to give Shedeur the spotlight he deserves.
A person is competent or not. To Shedeur Sanders' performance, I am thoroughly pleased because, number one, he protected the football.
Okay.
As efficient as he possibly could have been, right? But certain things just comes with repetition.
Yeah.
Certain things just come with time. Certain things just come with being thrown or thrusted into the line of fire. You can't mimic that in practice. You can't mimic that in the film room. You cannot try to make this feel like the game. You try to practice like that.
Yeah.
But there's something about real.
Cam Newton's comments weren't random. They were a warning shot, a message to the organization that if they don't step up, they'll lose a quarterback who could have changed everything. Shedeur's doing his part, holding it down, staying locked in. But he can't keep carrying dysfunction forever. At some point, Cleveland has to match his energy or risk watching him walk into greatness somewhere else. Shedeur's the one carrying this team with pure grit and heart. He's showing the kind of leadership that can't be faked, calm under pressure, focused through the chaos, and tougher than anyone expected. Every snap proves why he's built different. While others point fingers and make excuses, Shedeur just works. No drama, no complaining, just results. That's why players like Cam Newton respect him, and that's why the fans are rallying behind him louder every week. Moments like these show who's real and who's not. Shedeur isn't here for attention, he's here to win, and the Browns better realize what they've got before it's too late, because if they don't protect him, don't support him, and don't fix what's broken around him, someone else will. And then Cleveland's gonna be left wondering how they let their next franchise star slip away. Cam Newton couldn't have said it better. Real growth doesn't come from drills or film sessions alone. He's right. You can't fake the speed, the noise, the pressure, or the pain that comes with real football. Only live reps and real chaos can turn a young quarterback into a true leader. And Shedeur, he's being thrown straight into the fire, but instead of burning, he's forging himself into steel. That's the difference between hype and the real deal. Every snap, every hit, every mistake, it's all building him into something stronger. All he needs is time, real support, and a stable system around him. And even without any of that yet, he's still standing tall, still composed, still leading like he was built for this moment. That says everything about who he is. Cam's words shine a light on what's really going on. Shedeur isn't the problem in Cleveland. He's the bright spot trapped in a messy situation, surrounded by people who don't deserve his discipline or his drive. And the more the veterans fumble and the coaches misfire, the more obvious it becomes. Shedeur's the future, even if the Browns don't realize it yet. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more. Do you think the Browns will finally start protecting Shedeur Sanders the way he deserves? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.